Welcome to Turn Writing Fear Around podcast. Simple methods to overcome fear and start writing again. I'm Elise Hittinger, and I'm the host for your journey to courage. This is episode 117, Dealing with Mistakes. I don't know if it's worse to have the fear of making a mistake or making a mistake and just letting it derail you completely. I've taken on the chore of trimming my horse's feet. I had some really bad trimmers. And I decided that I I could learn and I couldn't be any worse than them. And one of the first times I was trimming Binky, I'd been trimming her for a while, but I'd had a challenging situation with her feet, and I had my trainer helping me, and I just didn't believe what she was telling me. She was telling me to do something that just went against what I believed needed to be done. But because she was the expert, I did it. Binky was lame for 8 weeks, and it was bad. It was so bad. And I just beat myself up. And it just still, even to this day, when I go to trim, I have to really think about what I'm doing, how I'm doing it, and I have to do it. I can't let it hold me back. But that was a big mistake, and that was a mistake that should not have happened. When we deal with mistakes, there's so much that goes into it. Is somebody going to judge us for our mistakes? I mean, that's why I made my mistake, was because my mentor I knew was going to judge me if I didn't listen to her. Our trainers, our coaches, are we afraid they're going to judge us if we make a mistake? Or our friends, are they going to judge us? And the more we can put that out of our mind and allow ourselves to make mistakes, but make mistakes that are our mistakes. I've been watching Tristan Tucker and his latest camp, TRT. And one of the things he talks about is we have to let our horses make mistakes. You can't try and keep them from making the mistake. Let them make the mistakes and let them figure out that it was a mistake and let them figure out how to feel better. And it's the same thing with us. We have to make sure we make mistakes and figure out how to feel better. Use those mistakes as feedback. With Binky's feet, she had excess sole on her feet, and I knew I needed to take it off a little bit at a time. And my mentor kept saying, you need to take it all off or it's going to bruise. And eventually I took it all off, and that was the biggest mistake I made, was because I went too far in and I let her judgment, and I felt like she was gonna, well, she did shame me. She shamed me into going and doing it, and I let that happen. Whereas if I had just done what I knew needed to be done by taking a little bit, and if it had been a mistake, yes, she would have had some bruising, and I would have had to take a little bit more, but it would not have been as drastic of a mistake. But because I got pushed into it, I made a much bigger mistake. And so don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to try things and make mistakes. And then come back and get the feedback from those mistakes. Get the feedback and learn from it. Pivot from it. Use it to grow. Mistakes are not a bad thing. I can tell you, mistakes are actually really good. As long as you don't just let it hold you back. If you use mistakes as a tool, and really blossom from those mistakes and learn and get better, you grow so much faster. So this week, I want you to really sit down and take some time to think about what mistakes are you afraid to make and write them down. Because those mistakes that you're afraid to make are probably the things that you need to be trying. And they will help boost you forward. If you try something, you may not even make the mistake. And if you make the mistake, you're going to learn from it. So this time, I want you to just sit down, write down the mistakes that you're afraid to make, and really think about how, if even if you did make that mistake, what would be the outcome? What could you do to fix it? What could you change? And I know for all of us that are horse people, we all have our biggest fear is the mistake of hurting our horses. And I can tell you from 8 weeks of Binky being lame, that was huge. But 99% of the mistakes I make don't hurt the horse. So, and horses are really forgiving too. So go ahead, write down what you're afraid your mistakes might be, and then play with it. Start doing the things. And if you make a mistake, go ahead and use that as feedback. Use that as growth. If you're sitting on the couch, you're not going to be making any mistakes. I can tell you that. There's a whole lot of people sitting on the couch not living their life because they're afraid of making a mistake. So, I want to talk a little bit about the confidence blueprint. I wrote an ebook. It's actually a workshop. You don't read it, you actually do it. It has 9 techniques to get your confidence back. It's only $17 for a limited time. I'll put a link in the description, but it really walks you through getting your confidence back. It's the blueprint that you need for you. It's a workshop that's tailored for you, but you get to do it in your own time. So I'll put a link in the below. I'd love to have you do the confidence blueprint. And obviously, I'm always available if you need help. So if you get stuck in your confidence blueprint, let me know and I'll help you work through it. Have a great day. See you guys later.